When you have never had a relationship. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about if you have never had a relationship and basically what you can do to start improving, to start actually finding that relationship. So the first thing that I want to discuss is that you must first learn to enjoy being single. You have to kind of treat a relationship as the cherry on the cake as opposed to the whole cake itself. You have to enjoy being on your own and enjoy being single. And you know, when I was single, and I was single for a good few years before I met my wife, and even though I was kind of dating throughout that, I got to a point where I was really happy being single. I was happy with my life trajectory. I was happy, making use of that time that I did have when I was single. I was very productive in those hours when I was single. And basically, what I learned was to enjoy my own company. And that's essentially what you need to get to first, to a place where you're actually enjoying your own company and you are enjoying your life and you're on a path basically where you're trying to create your dream life. Because obviously you want to live a life that is one that is perfect for you, one that you would ideally like to have. And because of that, you should always be working towards that kind of life, because it might be the case that you're in a job right now that you hate and you would rather actually turn your passion project into a side business. Therefore, that's what you need to be doing with that time when you're single, when you actually have the time to do that kind of thing. Because let's be honest, when you get into a relationship, when you get married, when you have kids, you have a lot less time on your hands. So if you're single right now, instead of seeing it as an obstacle, instead of seeing it as a lonely kind of situation, see it as an opportunity for you to get the hours in that you need to do to start creating that dream lifestyle for you. Create building that cake that is your life. And eventually, if you keep on dating and you keep on persisting in dating, you will, get that cherry on the cake that is the relationship. But do not treat that relationship as the thing that is going to fulfill your life, because guess what? It's not. You need to go into a relationship already fulfilled in many areas, and your relationship just then becomes a nice complement to that life, something else added on as opposed to the whole life itself. So you kind of need to see relationships as something that is kind of like an add-on as opposed to just the whole life, your whole life itself and your whole reason, your whole existence. So you need to be creating a lifestyle that you're happy with, working on your body, working on your passion projects, enjoying time with your friends and your family, becoming happy with your life and your surroundings. And if you're not happy with your life and surroundings, you need to work on those things, because guess what? The time is going to pass anyway, whether you do it or not. So you might as well be being productive and changing your life into something that you're happy with. And even though it may take you a while to create that dream life, you will still feel happy and fulfilled, even if you're not actually right there yet, if you're not at the end goal. Because if you feel like you're working towards like a higher purpose, to that dream lifestyle, to getting that dream job, that dream career, and you're working on those things every single day, you're going to feel happy, you're going to feel content, because you've done basically the best that you can do with your days. And that's going to make you feel much more relaxed. It's going to make you feel less pressured to find a relationship as well. And when you do meet someone, when you do go on a date with someone that you really like and really likes you, it's just going to flow really easily. You're going to be confident with yourself because you're working towards all these great things that you're trying to accomplish. You're just going to feel much more happy and positive, and you're going to give off a very different vibe. Because one of the reasons why perhaps you haven't found a relationship yet is because you're giving off a vibe that shows that you're not happy with your life. Perhaps you're desperate for a relationship, and that desperateness comes across to the people that you date, and that kind of turns them off because they're looking for someone who is fulfilled, someone who is happy, someone who isn't, desperate for a relationship. I'm not saying that is you, but it could be you. Some of the people that are watching this video may be that kind of person. So I highly recommend that you go and watch this video on mastering yourself and how to enjoy being single to help you more with this kind of mindset. So treat dating as a game of numbers. And a game of numbers basically is, Sometimes you might have to go on 100 dates to find that right relationship for you, to find that person who you really like and really likes you back, who has the same values, has the same kind of lifestyle as you. It may take, maybe even only 50 people, or it may take even less than that, and let's say like 10 people you go on a date with to find the right one. Or it might be 200. Obviously, it depends on luck and the opportunity that you have. But the point is that the more people you go through, the more people you date, the more luck and you're going to get, because you're going through lots of different kinds of people, and eventually you will find one. If you keep on persisting and never give up, you will find that one person who just thinks you're the best thing since sliced bread. But the point is that you just keep on going on those dates. You go through the numbers in order to find that yes, because if you're like most people, then you probably just want one relationship. You just want to find that one person that you can settle down with. So all you really need to do is just find that one right person, and then bang, you've got that person. And there's lots and lots of people out in the world, and you kind of have to have this mindset of abundance. You can't believe that there's not many people out there for you. I was able to find the right person for me. I was able to find my wife, and I even have an even shorter, a smaller dating pool because I'm a lesbian. So there's even less people for me out there to date, right, who will be a right match for me. But if you aren't gay and you're heterosexual, then there's loads of people that you can date. That you have an abundance of people that you could date that that could possibly be the right match for you. And all you really need to do is just find one great match. That's literally it. So keep on dating, keep on persisting, and you will find someone. You need to have that kind of optimistic outlook and believe that you will find someone. One of the harsh realities though about relationships though is that it's not something like what you see in the movies. It's not something like what you see in TV. It's not a fairy tale. It's not Disney. Relationships are actually a lot of hard work, and it requires good communication and the dedication to that person to carry on dating them throughout your whole relationship. You need to communicate well with them, and you need to keep on treating them the same way that you did at the beginning of the relationship. So take most of the time when you start dating someone, you meet out each other a lot, you do a lot of interesting things. Perhaps you see each other once a week and you do fun things like you go and play bowling, or you go to the movies, you go out for dinner, you treat each other really well, you always put in your best foot forward. And basically you need to maintain that throughout the relationship. You need to keep on doing that throughout the relationship, no matter what. You need to keep on dating and courting your partner. That is crucial if you want to keep that romance alive long term. And sure, there might be things in life that crop up, life experiences that are difficult, a lot of hardships, and there may be some lag time here and there. And perhaps you'll have children, and then there'll be even less time for you to do these things. But the point is that you make the time for those things, and you keep on making the time for those things to keep on dating and courting your partner. And the next thing that I want to talk about is the communication. That's another place where I see a lot of people go wrong. They're not communicating effectively with their partner. And I actually wrote an article on this, which you can see here. It's on my website. Fundamentally, the important thing about communication is there's a good quote that I like by Stephen Covey, and it is, first seek to understand and then be understood. And also there's that quote that say God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and that reason obviously is that you should listen more than what you speak, basically. So this essentially means that you need to learn how to be a good listener. Now, women are naturally good at this, I think. I think women are naturally good listeners. That's why, when you walk past like a bunch of women talking together in a cafe or something, they're like nattering away like for ages and like talking at like 1,000,000 miles per hour sometimes. And they're really good at listening and being in tune with each other's emotions. So when you go into a relationship, you kind of need to behave in that kind of way. And I don't mean behave like a woman, especially if you're a man watching this, but you need to be listening really well to your partner. So that means you need to, not just hear what they say, but you need to remember what they say as well. You need to, take it in. You need to absorb what they're saying to you. One of my favorite ways to do this, like when my wife is talking to me, so let's say she's telling me a story about her day, and what I do to really feel and experience what she is saying is I imagine that she is telling a story to me, something that I can visualize. So basically, when she's telling me a story about something that happened at work, I imagine her in that environment and, you know, the other people there. I imagine them talking to each other. I'm visualizing it as she's saying it to me. And that helps me understand her. That helps me know what she's talking about. And it also helps me remember it. And a great way to show your partner that you're listening to them is to actually repeat back what they've said. So let's say your partner comes over to you and they say, oh, I had an argument with so-and-so today at the office. And, you know, you say to them back, oh, so you had an argument with so-and-so at the office. So what happened? You know, and then you ask them questions about it. You know, and that will show that if you repeat back, basically, sometimes, occasionally, what they've said to you, you don't have to do it with every single thing that they say, but just like most of the time, but just a lot of the time, just when they are talking to you, repeat back some of the things that they've said. So if they say to you, yeah, and I got really, really upset with the way that they spoke to me, and you can be like, oh, it really upset you the way that they spoke to you. What did they say? The point is that you want to, you know, kind of feel like you're fishing for information about whatever your partner went through, and it'll show that you care as well, because you're actually asking questions about it. You're not just like hoping that they're going to shut up soon so you can go and watch TV or go and play video games. You're actually really invested in what they're saying, and you're fishing for more and more information so it can help them get it off their chest. And that's how you can be a really good listener and a really good communicator, if you make the time to ask those important questions and things like that. And I really wanted to put that in here because obviously some people might come to this video and they're only looking for, you know, quick dating tips on how to get more dates and things like that, and how to get a relationship. But it's really important that you know how to maintain a relationship. So if you just remember how to listen really well and how to keep on courting and dating your partner throughout your whole life together, if you just do those two things, then you should do pretty well. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than that, so I do recommend that you go and read that article. There'll also be a link for it down in this video's description box if you want to go and read that. So please go and check those things out. And remember to just keep on going, just keep on persisting. Don't give up. Please do not give up. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Bye, guys.